It's finally happened. B can finally bleed, but it's only a light cut. Wham needs to cut a lot deeper if he wants to win this. A 3-1 scoreline. B looks to end it here with Delhi on Dry Arabia, while Roos will be the optimal choice for Wham, it seems. Dry Arabia to potentially end this. I'll get that double hunting cabin opening. I mean, technically with this type of spawn, it might even be worth a triple hunting cabin. Remember, they did buff hunting cabins recently from 100 wood to 75. So technically you pay a tiny bit more wood to get 3 out compared to what the old cost was for 2. Yeah, I like that the devs were very quick on that reaction, like, oh, we may have over-nerfed Roos a little bit. And they did adjust for it, so props to them for that. Generally speaking, insurance is betting against yourself. Isn't it hedging your bets against concerns for yourself? I know, it depends. Like, it's always a weird one. Every insurance is a scam. Yeah, but that's exactly, like, that's the thing. Like, technically there is an argument when it comes to insurances. Like, the logic is meant to be this, right? Like, you can either have insurance or you can stockpile a big reserve of resources for when you need it, I think is the way to think about it. But like with most insurances, it's a bit ridiculous because like if you do need them, now your premium's gone up, right? So they always recoup the cost back. Like I kind of got where the guy I was talking to was talking about with like car insurance being that way. Because it's not an opt-in. But like at the same time, it kind of makes sense it's not an opt-in because if you do something like crash a car into someone else and you don't have insurance, you can't pay them, then they're screwed. So it makes sense why it exists on those things. But yeah. Last thing you read about pet insurance, the premiums versus dumping on a credit card works out about the same. Yeah, exactly. The problem is like, sadly with pets, especially with the way that most people treat their pets nowadays, is like it's basically like having a kid. And I'm not going to defend that in the full way because you know some people are like, oh, I have my Furbies, like my fur babies are the same. It's not exactly the same, guys. But in terms of like the cost, it does feel the same. It's like when I was a kid, having a pet was like, it was an extra financial burden, but it was this nice thing, you know? It was like an affordable thing. Nowadays, just like having a kid, a pet costs a lot. I say this because I clearly wanted to get pet bees. That's how I make it relevant to the game. So we're just having a bit of a wider discussion. Let me know what you guys think about this if the one makes on the YouTube side. Because we have got like general openings, but if it does make it as an upload, something interesting happened. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's worse because they never grow up and leave. At least kids are on the clock. That's true. Unless you're like getting hunting dogs, my kids will eventually pay back, you know? If I can find a local sweatshop, they'll pay back even sooner. But like cats, doggos, mate, I guess monkeys, pet monkeys could be the way, guys. If you're one of those lonely people who has nobody to play team games with you, just buy 3 monkeys and teach them. Cost for a kid to be born in America is between 10,000 and 30,000. Yeah, but like even the pet costs of like basic surgeries is very expensive as well, right? And like depending on your dog or cat, whatever animal's going to be, there's things that are more typical, right? Like for example, German Shepherds more regularly get severe arthritis. This dog's worked off a little debt as assistant babysitter here. I mean, that's good. Like, you know, I feel like the first time you leave your dog to babysit your child, there's a 50-50 chance it becomes a babysitter or a baby eater. And, you know, like, I guess technically in both forms, it is saving you money. Just one of those forms is a lot darker. So if you're at the beginning, looking at the deer stacks, actually, this is like a pretty good spawn for Wham, no? He gets double retracted and B gets double forward. So, got to be smiling when he realizes that detail, which he would have by now. Like, you've got 4 scouts out. You should see everything on the map. Sheeple, really good for B, by the way. He got 15 sheep compared to the 12 of Wham. But remember, he would have started on berries first. Is an old school Civ matchup? Yes. Which has gone back and forth in people's minds in more recent times, I remember. Like, we've had it in the past where it's like, actually, this Civ is favored, and then it'd be like, actually, this Civ is favored, constantly back and forth in people's minds. I think the most recent debate was when Louis MT talked about it on LAN, and people started to see it the Delhi way, I think. First scout soon to complete. Spimmin has become the standard requirement here. 1, to protect your pro scouts play, but 2, also you're against Delhi, so you're expecting Ghazi. Tricky part, though, is, if you try to do multiple deer pockets at once, your spearman can get cut down by the Ghazi. It's also, you've got this weird tug and pull. You're thinking about the deer stacks and multiples of them. You're then also thinking about sacred sites. That's going to become a concern in the next minute and a half. Wonder, is it going to be archery follow-up at all? Wouldn't be surprised if B just tries to stay on Ghazi for as long as possible. Any maintenance that a pet needs, arguably a kid does too. And a kid, just to be born, blows any pet already blows. Wait. But that kid will eventually pay me back. Okay. Also, it depends on the animal you're having. If you're having like one of those very rare cat breeds, no, he won't. He will work towards paying me back. Okay. Look, I just need my child to become a billionaire and then like buy my house for me, and then they pay me back. I guess you could argue statistically if you were lucky enough to get like a performing cat that can juggle, you could then circus clown that thing and make some money. But statistically, look, all I'm getting, okay, fair point here. If my cats will not be there when I'm so old that I need someone to wipe my ass for me. Although I hope they aren't, because like if they are, then that means that in the next 10 years I'm going to be incapable of wiping my own ass. My kids, on the other hand, they have to suffer with that crap, literally and figuratively. Okay, so it looks like B is getting a really heavy dose of Ghazi coming through here. Interesting, with the Knights, it actually might force B to go into Spearman, which isn't the worst idea. And yeah, there you go. Racks coming through. Nice thing about adding in infantry is it will give you a way of just walling in the sacred sites too. Kids raid your fridge, maybe start paying some rent past 18, then move on. Yeah, but eventually, they're going to, like, when I need diaper change because I'm old, okay? They'll either pay someone to do it, or like, they probably won't after you join them. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Also, joke's on you. Wait, you think animals don't raid the fridge? Guys, we legitimately can't leave food out on the counter because my cat eats through the bags to get to the food. You guys have heard stories about my cat that has bitten through countless electrical wires. And you're trying to... Like, Ezra and Fred don't eat through electrical wires, okay? They ain't costing me in that department. Looks like we'll have to put Dad down. He shot himself. No. That's true. Technically, if you're a really crappy father, they could try to smother you with a pillow. But, like, I like to think that on the low end, like, at the possible ends I come in at neglectful at worst, not he's so bad we had to kill him. So I like to think I'm fairly safe. Some of you guys in chat, however, spear and spear in the center. Sacred Site can still be locked in now. I mean, Wham's doing a good job of just trying to keep pressure here to avoid giving this over for free. There's not many spears yet, so the Knight Arrival is a big problem. Yeah, needs to start peeling away. Micro a little bit late there from B. Additional Sacred Sites now being blocked out. North and South. Does at least complete the capture on the South side. So there's 2 Sacred Sites locked in. B will now be forced to switch into Archers, but already being mirrored by Wham. You can't lock your kid in the garage for 3 days. Not with that attitude. I mean, just leave a window slightly ajar and you'll be fine. The key is not to leave it too ajar. You know, you want it at, like, muffled screams level of open. Any wider, and they might be able to, like, get out of it. This is all going to get clipped out of context, isn't it? All right. Wham, Archer's count is going up pretty fast, but the problem he's got is under Mesh Shield Arrow. He has failed to adhere to technology. That's right. Canadian people, they still live in cabins in the woods and rely on bears to get around, so he's not ready for this level of tech. Shield Arrow under Mesh is a pretty big problem. Having a doggo is more fulfilling than having a kid. I'm sorry, do you actually have a kid? What? I'm not sure about that one. Especially when you realize how easy it is to convince your toddler to actually act like a dog. Anyway. By the way, guys, do you know what the dumbest creature to have as a pet is? Raccoons. That's right. No one should go put a collar on Recon. Because raccoons are actually too smart. You guys know about this? So raccoons are one of few creatures capable of conceptualizing and executing on vengeance. They hold long-term grudges. So if you do something that raccoons don't like, they will find a way to screw you up. These knights, not very intelligent. Was not able to find anything there. Oof, he is at least pushing him back though. Like, quality of army-wise, I mean, it seems similar on the count, but Wham's definitely favored. When you remember there's 8 scholars in the mix of B. Am I basing this info on Guardians of the Galaxy? No, it's like scientific tests have been done to prove this, bro. Scientific like case studies. Like if you do something to annoy a raccoon, it will seek vengeance. Like you know how the people say that about crows as well. It's like it's the ground version of a crow, but so much worse. Like crows are the same way. Where if you annoy crows, they will mess you up. Also, the crows are really weird. Like, if you do something nice, you have to keep doing the nice thing. I was reading a story about a guy, he fed a crow once, and then every time he'd walk by, they'd screech at him. And then eventually, because he wasn't feeding them anymore, one of them attacked him. So he had to start feeding them every day. Oh, God. So guys, this is why if you ever see Recon out in the wilds, you have to feed him pizza. Otherwise, he will mess you up. Well, I'm now going for the castle play, by the way. So we had some probing, but nothing that's required like a full annotation of the fight, right? It's just been poke prod here. No work is lost. Pretty clean, actually, by Wham. I think he got what he wanted out of this. He delayed the Sacred Site control. He's now ready to tech ahead. His army quality is decent as well. I mean, 11 Knights, definitely something you want to be upgrading here. High trade house now on the way. Love the timing. Wham looking to just move towards the base while doing this. B is getting the walls up just in the nick of time. Doing it with Spearman as well is really nice. Actually, is it in the nick of time or is he going to get nicked? I think he's going to be just too late. Yep. Knights coming around now. They all charge forward. He'll get like half a wall, but it's not going to complete the blocker. He doesn't go in, however. Guess he feels it's too risky, like there might be more spears behind it. Dogs are good crop protectors. I mean, in fairness, so are kids if you just give them like those big gardening shears. And tell them that any like creature coming in is bad. I think you guys are just not utilizing your children correctly for labor. The veterancy on the way. P is now going to try to go for a castle play. Now, in fairness, if he can just get 1 or 2 war elephants out, pretty Koski. And he has got a decent amount of berries still to work with. The relic timing is going to be the more important thing here. He's bloating big military, by the way. Like, if he can get in position map-wise, the relic game could fully be his. Ghazi do get intercepted, however, so Knight's able to push that back. French Bulldogs pay extra at the vet because they're so ugly. What? The vet's like... the vet's like, I ain't touching that for free, okay? There's at least one person in chat that's heard that about themselves in life. I'm sorry, I'm just like... I'm sorry, I'm not saying anything about you guys, but statistically, there is one ugly duckling amongst you. Like, we've got over 400 people in here. It's just like, it's logical stats, really. House of Learning now from B. Can Wham find the breakpoint? Forces idle on the berries. B, remember, with 13 scholars, this could be a quick tech up. And also on top of that, look at the creep out. Wham sent the entire army in. So B is now sneaking out for a relic game. I don't know what this scholar's doing, though. That's a bit weird. I guess, like, if you send... Is this the Scooby-Doo logic? Like, send them out in pairs? It's less dangerous? Villagers are going to creep by. Ooh, about to be seen, though. Goes back the other way. One archer will find them. And that is a late retrieval. What? B was sitting there the whole time. Northside relic will at least be picked up. Flash coming in, though. Wait, there's no... The veterancies aren't there for B. Did we forget to push the buttons? I think we did. It'd take a long time anyway. War Elephant instead on the way. This is unraveling pretty fast for B. He's gonna march his army now. Yeah, now you go veterancies? Ghazi forced to try and react to save some lives. I mean, Wham has been put in the corner. Spearman rotating around the back. Wham. B doesn't want to. He's going to wait for the War Elephant. So that will now force the retreat. But that's an economical lead. That's good map control for Wham. Ghazi. Wait, the War Elephant actually pulling pretty far back here. I don't know if that's a bit of a miss micro. He's going to move in now. There could be an attempt at a re-wall here, but there's units in the way is the problem. That one worker is going to run far afield. War Elephant's still standing, but this is getting a bit weird on the fights. Knights sneak into the base. I think he's done it. Lamb's unraveling him. Yeah, like, dude, I want to go climbing. You're going to let it sneak all the way to, like, match point and then stop me climbing? God damn it. It's 2 War Elephants, though. That's a lot of War Elephants, guys. Seriously. 2 whole War Elephants. Like, we were just talking about what it costs to own a dog. Do you want to know how much it costs to own an elephant? You need a nearby village that at least has a general population curve of, I'd say, about plus 400 a year. Elephants are really hungry and babies aren't big snacks. So, really important you have that type of scaling. Veterancy on horseman. Wait, I mean, he's got crossbows coming. So, like, crossbow horseman should be the strat then. Well, this game is not over yet. One thing to keep in mind is B has at least retrieved 2 relics. And could easily make it a 3rd. Yeah, this one down here is going to go Wham's way. So it should be a 3-2 split in favor of him. High Trade House also generating 112 gold a minute. The War Elephants earning their keep. That's true. The toddlers that they're consuming would have provided nothing to the Delhi Empire. But the elephants, they are literally and figuratively carrying people. Archer and Archer trade. More techs are on the way, by the way. Pake's about to complete, so that's going to give the Archer edge over to B. Yeah, I've got Knights creeping on the south, but B did see that, so we'll have time to react. At least he should have time to react. Army is a go. He's trying to move in. This is very aggressive with the War Elephant timing. I think he just wants to try and find value before it's answered. And the Night Bass on the north side is going to block the Sacred Side cap. What's that? There's a lot of knocking at the door, guys. Honey, do not let the War Elephant in, please. Relic will be retrieved. Archer's not quick enough. What is B looking for right now? I mean, he's got more War Elephants coming. There's only 13 crossbows, which isn't a crazy amount for Wham. These knights are proving to be a pain in the ass, though. I don't know, man. Wham. I get the idea, like, you see a War Elephant, you panic. But we have to remember these War Elephants are slow. It's crazy that B's been allowed to walk across the map like this. And there's no night raids in. Despite the fact you know there's all this economy back here. In fairness, and in Wham's defense, B has held some War Elephants back. So, like, it's the type of thing that can backfire very easily. Just run 3 or 4 knights in there and lose them. Especially when you don't have permanence of economy. It's not like we're at the point where he's farm transitioned yet. That's only now beginning. see. Looks like he's going to hunker down for the late game. We've got stone gathering, so it's going to be a castle drop soon. Yeah, so just Chuck E. Cheesing his way into the later phase. No second TC play from Wham, but he is gathering up stone. War elephants. Archer gets chased away the knights. That opens up for archers to contest the crossbow backline from Wham. Counter's getting up there, so it's getting to the point where elephants have to be a bit scared. And the archers, they overextend. Knights get the charge in. Great initial contact there. Wham pulls away. Archers still just target firing down the crossbows. One more elephant dead. That was a great trade for Wham. Able to fully retreat. Wham will just go back behind the walls where it becomes much harder to trade up against him. Still, he's just going to throw the archers away to get rid of crossbows. I mean, if it's just archers left for Wham, then the war elephants do not take damage. But the scholar pull is coming in now. Pulls away the injured war elephant. He's actually getting blocked by his own friends. Chain healing begins. Knights with a hard commitment. But it's a bloodbath on the south side. What was Wham thinking? Absolute disaster strikes. This is why you don't face them head first. The most carnivorous creature in the jungle. I talked about toddlers, but if the choice is toddlers or horse, well, they're so hungry they could eat one. Breakthrough on the wall. Wham, with no front line left. I mean, it looks so good on the northern one because you got a surround, but notice what B done. This is where this unit gets obnoxious. The hitboxes are too small. And to be honest, like, what was he relying on there, right? He waited for the initial trade. He allowed a lot of the backline to trade, which gave B the efficiency. And now B with his follow-up. He wants to end it here on Dry Arabia. The castle drop on the way to allow a siege in. Wow. Only 6 farms to his name. Boar is a limited time play. Sacred Site's now to be locked in. B looking like he has threaded the needle here. War elephants to siege down the landmark. To begin the end. Unbelievable. In a flash, this game went from a fitty-fitty to a what the fudge is that? I can know now from Wham, but okay. It's going to take time to pay off, really. The castle drop on the stone, you know what that's going to mean. Wi-Fi connector, just able to start getting in towards village fortresses, and after that, more castles to follow. Gives him the space as well to start his own farm transition. This is the other concern I have for Wham. He's still on limited food. B is already making that difficult transition into mass farms. What an unbelievable series end this could be. I mean, if we look at the first half of this game, to be totally frank about it, the way you describe it is that King of the Hill game, B lost his flow. He got thrown off course. The first half of this game, it looked like Wham was poising himself for a victory. The way it was raiding in, controlling matters. But just that small gap, that little bit of breathing room, I mean, this is the thing that B is infamous for. If you give him dictation of the dance, he will run you until your heels cannot keep up anymore. Feels like it's really where the meta is at. Quite often when we talk about most players, that is the feeling we get. It's like, hey, if this guy gets to lead the idea, he will win. Rebel chase now from B. Wham has reacted with his own Treb strat. Castle drop in the back to give him somewhere to hide in case a dive occurs. Knights have peeled off. The war elephants are already moving across. Oh, come on. 4 war elephants? Sheesh. We'll just try to run by them. -1 knight already. No new castle drop, so we'll force some other time here, but with the elephants already in place, surely there's not much that Wham's cavalry can do here. I mean, idle is cool and all, but it's not really going to change too much. Relic's also now on the ground. much gold down here? Okay, he's got the 3K, so he's got some life. And the yoink! The double scholar yoink. It's a 5 relic game for B. Dive into the base, though. The Knights are going to look for targets. War Elephant moves across to try to intercept that. So we'll find some raid damage here. Nicely played by Wham. Done more than I was actually expecting. It's like when B went for that dive in for relics, he got a little bit distracted. In some ways, worth it. You know, you lose 3 or 4 workers, but you gain the extra relics. It makes up for it. Village Fortress is now about to complete. This castle doesn't feel like it's long for this world. Not with triple treb wailing down on it. Cavalry is still being a nuisance, but are starting to get mopped up. I'm not finding as many targets anymore. B, he also found a strike back, by the way. Yep, he went from 2 to 8. The workers, they're not even moving away. The castle is starting to hit in. B extending his eco lead now. 8 War Elephants on the front line. He's got 5 more on the defense. Backstab attempt's going to come through. Wallow will deter. Castle soon to drop. But once it goes down, it doesn't mean it's an immediate victory for Wham. He has got 41 crossbows, 31 archers to try and answer, but B diving with the elephants first is a weird choice here. Cavalry still raiding though. Like B, where? What? Wait, War Elephants? What's going on? Wham now with a mass mango strat. Good God. And this castle, how is it not dead? It's actually still got it alive. The Trebs! They sniped out Whams! He didn't realize. Oh my God. The anti-trebbing has kept it up for B. This toxic castle that just refuses to die. Wow, I cannot believe he didn't notice this the whole time. He pulls for repair now. We'll just barely keep the 1 counterweight trebuchet going. Queues up additionals. But while you queue up siege, B queues up more elephants. 12 rather, 21, can you imagine? Jesus. 12 elephants, soon to be 13. B, I can't believe, oh my God, the amount of workers! It keeps happening. It's a 16 worker lead now for B. Good God. Wow, has just been getting butchered on the trees. Feels like he needs a peace treaty just to try and get a little bit of wood here. He had reserves, but just never pulled back to it. B is that weird guy who wears bee costumes. Look, I don't know what your childhood included, but I don't even know what that means. I'm pretty sure B is not the guy from Simpsons, no. Sacred Site has been decapped, so Wham has delayed inevitability. He has also now reached up to 50 crossbows, which is enough to easily snipe down the elephants, 1 by 1. The problem, however, is B is switched up now. Wham may have the more mangoes right now, but he doesn't have easy wood access to keep scaling it. Yeah, there's a growing concern here that B can outscale siege. Just hurling rocks. If the War Elephant's hard commit, there isn't a way for mangoes to run away here, by the way. And here we go. Goes in for it. Mangoes try to pull back, but the crossbow's getting in the way. Horseman looking for the turnaround. The mangoes. They continue to fire here. A lot of focus fire on just 1 mango kill. Remember, his crossbows are standing on top of the mangonels, giving double value. Almost gets another. Treb's even trying to snipe the siege. The horsemen trying to slip out, but the War Elephants are going to catch them. I feel like we've been here before. It's happening again. It's all coming crashing down. Wham! Crossbow count down to 25. His food income just isn't there anymore. The inevitability is ringing here. The scholars just continue to be an absolute frustration. Wow, the trebuchets for him, like they've already filled their goal, but the damage does feel done. More siege workshops on the way. B down to 20 archers. But, I mean, considering the crossbow count is down to 25, I don't think you care about that, right? Like, that just means your opponent's horsemen are redundant if your archer count doesn't exist. There's going to be an attempt at a decap, but literally a war elephant to answer. Bit overkill, mate, but when you've got this type of military lead, I guess you can afford it. I mean, the army value difference is kind of crazy, right? It's an extra 8,000. Wow, he's put up such a good fight, but just some tiny slip-ups, right? I mean, the timing on choosing that fight on the wall defense, and then obviously the tree line, just time and time again, that castle reaped so many souls. Imagine how different this game could look if he didn't lose an extra, what, 12 workers there. Maybe you'd actually have a competitive military advantage. But now, Mango count, even Stevens, but a war elephant count of 17. The confident slow war back. Like, they'll never shoot us in the back. We're fine. Why not Ghazi switch? Because you have to send a message straight to Microsoft. Zoo Tycoon was an epic game. We need more Zoo Tycoons. All hail the elephant. That's the message. And I think 17 war elephants sends that message well. And indeed, it has been a hell of a week for B. He beats Louis. He beats Beastie. And now beats Wab. All in 1 week. That's a flex. These elephants, they could just go for the end, by the way. If you just commit onto the golden gates, he has to defend. You don't want to be down to 1 landmark. The trebuchets are getting there. 1 elephant sneaks in for a kill. It's going to be an absolute freebie. Mangonel equation equal B victory now. 7-5. Golden Gate down. 1 landmark left. For B, he doesn't need to rush this anymore. It's a full A-click commit. This is it. B will be your final KPMM champion of 2025. And he does it in 1 hell of a flex. There may not have been a Vortex this week, but he takes down 3 prominent players to do it.